Well, what was interesting, and well, maybe a little too much plug for the Simplify method here, is what it really was is this was an affected, or I'm sorry, a health problem, vision culture alignment problem.
Mm-hmm.
But it was perceived as a journey problem because it felt like we weren't following some level of agile scrum. And I went, no. We need to go vision, culture, then journey, then results. And so because we had a health problem, right? What failed us? Effectively, we didn't get the objective done. But why did we fail the objective? Because we weren't, healthy, if you will, in this particular scenario. And so by using that to say, okay, let's address the health component. Okay, addressed. Now let's go to the effectiveness component. Got it. Then we were able to progress forward.
Interesting.
From her mindset, she was looking vision, journey, culture. And I went, let's align on the health axis because we have an effectiveness problem. We weren't effective, which means we didn't get the job done. We had an issue, et cetera, et cetera. Let's go to health, vision, culture, align vision, culture. Then we went to journey.
Is that a recommendation?
Framework recommendation.
Are you recommending that when you've got a problem, you start first by assessing the health, or was that just kind of a intuition that you had about what the problem was?
Well, so it started with what's the vision, and we got it. And I said, what's our process, Agile Scrum? So we went vision, journey, culture, results. The disconnect was once kind of identifying, agreeing on kind of the vision, journey, culture, results, going through it. Once we kind of outlined it, went, okay, then why did we have a breakdown? And I started with health because we always say you can't be more effective than you are healthy, right?
True.
So we always look at health first. So then when I went to the health component, that is where we actually found the root cause to fix the issue, which then made us more effective. And by going through that process, we ended up with the level of gratitude where, I appreciate her going through it. I felt understood. We were on the same page. According to our phone call, she was no longer mad at me. And we moved on.
Excellent.
Again, if I'm full of shit, she can,
we'll see it in the comments. All right. So what would be your advice to employees, managers, and leaders, executives, as we head into the holiday of Thanksgiving, at least here in the US? What is something that they could or should do from a gratitude perspective to make work not suck, even if it's just for a little bit?
I'm going to challenge all levels on this one.
Okay.
Start a habit, waking up every day. What are you grateful for? If you can do a personal one, what are you grateful for in your personal life? And what are you grateful for in your professional life? And really think through it. Don't try to do the same thing every day. Oh, I'm grateful for Bob. The next day, I'm grateful for Bob. Like you gotta keep looking around. Like don't rinse and repeat every single day. But if you could just do that and start it right now, do it while the period of thanks is fresh in our mind and continue that on, it will have compounding interest over the next year. I think use the season because everybody's in that mindset. Use that as the motivation to build the habit. Because if you provide that gratitude on a more frequent basis, then you will be more aligned with your peers. You will be a lot more aligned with your boss, and you will be more, not just aligned, but you'll have more understanding and meaning and more connectedness to your work. And I mean, hopefully it'll actually drive conversations. It's not going to be an end all be all. It's not a miracle cure, but it's a step to identifying issues in a more meaningful way that then can be addressed.
Yeah.
And everybody knows when you go into a situation elevated and frustrated, it never ends well. Versus if you come into a situation more level-headed and cooler, typically you come to resolution faster. By building that gratitude habit, you will actually approach things in a more calmer, more intelligent manner, and you'll probably make work not suck or not suck as bad because you're approaching it in a different mindset. And I think that goes for everybody. I think if you're an employee, find ways to give gratitude to your peers and your manager. If you're a manager, with your peers, your direct reports, and your leaders. And if you're a leadership team, I think you got to find ways to give gratitude across the entire organization.
Yeah, there is untold number of physiological benefits to gratitude. Lower blood pressure, lower cortisol levels. There's a lot of research out there that says spending just a little bit of time thinking about the things that you're grateful for has profound mental and physical and emotional and spiritual benefits. So I love that recommendation. One practical example, I'm working with a client right now, and they don't start every meeting this way, but most of their regular scheduled meetings, like the L10, they actually start with gratitude. They basically say, what's something that you're thankful for? And sometimes the thing that you're thankful for is that horrible thing I just went through is over, which is fine to be grateful for something that is no longer part of your day-to-day reality. But I have found it to be a pretty powerful way to not only start a meeting with the right attitude, but also get to know your coworkers a little bit. When you start to hear the things that they're grateful for, you begin to hear what's really important to them. I think that's a really beneficial habit that this would be a really good season, a really good time of year to start that habit and keep it going. If you have a weekly team meeting or a bi-weekly team meeting, whatever that is, and you have ownership of that agenda, I'd encourage you to just put that into the first 5 minutes of the agenda. Share one thing that you're thankful for today and watch what that does to the tone of the meeting.
100%. So I took note of that one. I want to take your advice here. The other one is as I was saying what I was saying a minute ago, I kind of went, I should probably follow that advice. So I put, me and my sticky notes, I put a sticky note here down on my monitor so that I can, follow the advice of that we just told everybody else to follow.
What? Be grateful?
No, not be grateful. I think for me, I do a pretty good job of I'll give a plug out here because I use one of the focus planners, and it does a great job of highlight. One of the questions is, what are you grateful for? Is what are your most important tasks today? What are you grateful for? What are you gonna do for fun, etc. And so on a personal level, I'm pretty good, but I'm actually not really good at it on a professional level. I'm going to commit to take the advice I just said to do it professionally.